Hello, hello. Have you ever wondered where your water comes from? Well, most of us get water from what's called groundwater. It comes from a well. Now, how does that water get in the ground? Imagine, if you will, some land here, a couple of farmhouses. They're farmhouses, and it rains. And when it rains, some of the water runs off, but some of it sinks into the ground. And as it does, the level of the water in the ground gets higher. This is the water table. The water table is the level at which below that everything's saturated, above it it's not saturated. And that's pretty much the same no matter where you are. It may be raining more over here, but the level over there is also increasing. If you dig a well, as soon as you get to the water table, you got water. If you see a pond, if it's a natural pond, the level of the pond is the level of the water table under your feet as you look at it. Now, this is really important, especially here in California, because we got farmers. Here is Farmer Groundskeeper. Well, get out of that pond, Willie. Here's Farmer Willie. And over here, we have Farmer Batgirl. Why these particular farmers? Well, the answer is I stole them from my son, and he hasn't found out that I got them yet, but I'll return them. I'll return them. So, they're farmers, and they use water for their crops. And as they use water, the water level goes down. The water table goes down as they pump water out of their wells and out of the ground. But that's okay, because the winter comes along and it rains again. When it rains, the water level in the water table goes up again. Year after year, as long as you don't pump more water than comes down the rain, you'll be fine. But there are some problems here. And let me show you some of the problems. Now, Farmer Batgirl has a dog, guards her fields. But Farmer Willie, well, he's got horses. So here's Farmer Willie's horses. And you know how things are. When you got horses, you got some nasty business. So, yep, it's a dirty little horse, isn't it? Lots of nasty stuff coming out of the back of that horse. Because, well, that's what horses do. You try to teach a horse to use the toilet, you're just wasting your time if you do that. So, now, this stuff has come in here. They continue to pump out water for fields and toilets and swimming pools and all the stuff that we use water for. But when the rain comes, it rains on Farmer Batgirl, but it also rains on Farmer Willie's horse farm. And what do you notice? Farmer Willie's water is getting contaminated. Well, that's okay. That's his problem, right? But, you know, Farmer Batgirl, when she's using water, some of that water is flowing from Farmer Willie's horse farm through the ground. You know, there's no river here, but now Farmer Batgirl's water is also starting to turn kind of a nasty color. And this can be a big problem. People leaving stuff, it can be industrial waste, it can be sewage or runoff from feedlots and stuff like that, spreading underground, contaminating people's wells. Well, that's unfortunate. And it's going to take a long time for the water to get clean again. Eventually you pump it out. If nobody continues to contaminate it, eventually the water will get clean. But it could take a very, very long time for that water to get clean, of just pumping it out. So that's one big problem. You contaminate the ground in one area, you contaminate the groundwater, and all the groundwater is connected. Here's another big problem, this is an especially big problem here in California, is you have this water. Well, we had a nice wet year here, and Farmer Batgirl decided that she wanted to grow alfalfa. Alfalfa requires a lot of water, so she's going to install the bat pump. Here it goes, and she's going to start pumping water to her alfalfa field. Well, she is pumping, but notice her well isn't completely gone dry. Wait, what's happened to Farmer Willie's water? Farmer Willie's losing a lot of water too, isn't he? Yeah, as Farmer Batgirl uses more water, Farmer Willie has less water. The more Farmer Batgirl pumps, the less water Farmer Willie has. My pump is not working so well. But you can see how one person can use the water of everybody around them. So, Farmer Willie might be being responsible and rationing his water. Farmer Batgirl makes that all pointless because she is being irresponsible and pumping too much. One person can pump away everybody's water, and now everybody's well runs dry. So this is another disadvantage. This is a big problem in the San Joaquin Valley of California, where there's an arms race. People just digging deeper and deeper wells to pump the water out, and then your neighbor has to dig a deeper well to compete for that same water. When in fact, maybe what they should be doing is simply pumping less and allowing, well, nature to catch up. Because as long as there's rains, there'll always be more. I guess we're out of rain. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this presentation on groundwater, and have a nice day. I'm going home.